Hello class 9 students, welcome back. So this is our lesson number 2 of the chapter motion. So guys, here our first topic is about physical quantities and a system of units. Now see physical quantities. Anything that can be measured is a physical quantity. So can distance be measured? Of course, we can measure distance. So it is a physical quantity. Next is, can time be measured? Definitely, we can also measure time. So it is a physical quantity. Now, can love be measured? Of course not. We can't measure love. So it is not a physical quantity. Now, physical quantities are of two types. So they are scalars and vectors. Now see, for scalars, physical quantities which can be completely described by their magnitude alone are called scalar quantities. So in scalar quantities, we can only describe by their magnitude and it has no direction. So here magnitude means value or a number. So see examples. Time. Now to measure time, direction is not required. So it is a scalar quantity. Next example is mass, etc. So to measure mass, direction is not required, so it is a scalar quantity. Now see, for vectors, physical quantities which possess magnitude as well as direction are called vector quantities. So in vectors, both magnitude and direction are there, so it is vector quantity. So examples, force. Now to measure force, both magnitude and direction are required. So it is a vector quantity. So see here in this figure we can see that a man is trying to open a door. So while trying to open a door we need force and we apply either push or pull. And the next example is displacement, etc. Now see the units. So units are a system of measurement. So there are two types or you can say two systems of measurement. So they are the MKS system and a CGS system. So here MKS system means meter kilogram second and CGS system means centimeter gram and second. So it is called as SI system. SI means System International Units or Standard International Units. Okay guys, so our next topic is about distance and displacement. Now see the concept of distance and displacement. So here A, it is the initial point and B is the final point. As you can see, an athlete is running a race. So the athlete is covering a path of 250 meters between A and B. Okay, the athlete has covered 250 meters between the point A and B. So the actual path run by the athlete is called distance. Clear? Now let us say the shortest distance between A and B, that is the initial and the final point, is 160 meters. Shortest distance means this distance between A and B. Okay, so it is 160 meters. The shortest distance between the initial and the final point is called displacement. So this is called displacement. That is the shortest distance between the initial and the final point. All of you clear? Okay. Now see, the athlete has covered the path by 500 meters. So the distance is 500 meters. Alright. Now the shortest distance between A and A, that is the final point and the initial point, is 0. So the displacement is also 0. Okay, see here now, from point A to B, the distance was 250 meters and the displacement was 160 meters. And from point A to A, distance was 500 meters, but displacement was 0. Distinguish between distance and displacement. Now see here, for distance, it is the total path traveled by an object. I already explained you by an example. But in displacement, it is the shortest distance measured from the initial to the final position of an object is known as the displacement. So it is the shortest distance measured from the initial to the final position. Distance, it is a scalar quantity. That means there is only magnitude. It has no direction. So needs only magnitude and no direction. But displacement, it is a vector quantity. That means it needs both magnitude and a direction. Right? Now for distance, it is either equal to or greater than displacement. So see here, it is either equal to or greater than displacement. And in displacement, it is either equal to or less than distance. Okay, so it is either equal to or greater than less than distance. So see here, it is in a straight line motion, distance equal to displacement. Can you see that? Okay. Now see the first question. In a given figure, object starts its motion at point A, that means from here, goes to B, C and D, and again came back to A. So now find the distance at point A. Okay. So from the figure we can say that it is a rectangle. That means opposite sides are equal. From here we can say that it is 16. Right? See the second question. In a given figure, object starts its motion at point A, goes to B, C, D. That means from A it goes to B, C and D, and again came back to A. But here we have to find out the displacement at point A. So here options are given. It is 0. Right? I already explained you by giving the athlete example. You can go through it if you are not clear by now also. Now see the third question. Vectors are physical quantities which possess. Can you guess the answer? Yes. Which possess magnitude and direction. Next, see question number 4. When an athlete runs on a circular track and reaches the same point, so 4 options are given. Now try to do the answer by yourself. Yes, it is distance is greater than displacement. Right? So fifth question is displacement is dash quality. Can you guess what is the answer? So yes, it is a vector quality. See here, an object has moved through a distance. Can it have zero displacement? If yes, support your answer with an example. Okay, so see here, yes, even when an object moves through a distance, it can have zero displacement. We already studied a few slides back, right? So see here again, I'm giving you an example here also. As you can see, the car is moving from point A to B and then again going back to point A. That means the total distance traveled is A plus B plus B plus A, that is 30 plus 30 equal to 60 kilometer. But as the final position coincides with the initial position, the displacement is 0. Now clear everyone how the displacement is 0? Because the final position coincides with the initial position. I hope you are clear now. Alright. Now see the next question. Which of the following is true for displacement? It cannot be 0. Its magnitude is greater than the distance traveled by the object. Okay, now guess the answer. Which of the following is true for displacement? So both these statements are not true. Okay, because see the reasons here, because its magnitude can be 0, right? Just in the previous question we already got to know that displacement can be 0. That means its magnitude can be 0. B, its magnitude is either less than or equal to the distance traveled by the object. Okay guys, so now next our topic is about speed and velocity, and we will also study about units and their relation. Alright, so start speed and velocity. So speed means the distance traveled by the object in unit time is called speed. Okay? And velocity means the displacement of a body in unit time is called velocity, or speed of an object in a particular direction. Now second point for speed is speed equal to distance by time. And for velocity it is displacement by time. So speed, it is a scalar quantity. That means it has only magnitude and no direction. Okay? But velocity is a vector quantity. It has both magnitude and direction. So keep these points for speed and velocity. Okay, if necessary, note it down. Now the fourth point is it is either equal to or greater than velocity. So speed is either equal to or greater than velocity. But velocity, it is either equal to or less than speed. How say speed? For the formula to find out speed is equal to distance by time. So the unit in MK system is meter by second equal to meter per second. But in CGS system it is centimeter by second, so it is centimeter per second. Therefore, units of speed and velocity are same. So units of speed and velocity are same. Okay. So speed is related to distance and velocity is related to displacement. Okay, the commercial unit of speed and velocity is kilometer per hour. Okay, so this is the commercial unit of speed and velocity, kilometer per hour. The conversion of commercial unit to SI unit. So we already know 1 kilometer equal to 1000 meter and 1 hour equal to 60 minutes. Therefore, 1 minute equal to 60 seconds and 1 hour equal to 60 into 60 second. Okay, therefore 1 hour equal to 3600 seconds. So 1 kilometer per hour equal to 1000 meter by 3600 seconds. Now cancel it. So we will get 5 by 18 meter per second. Therefore 1 kilometer per hour equal to 5 by 18 meter per second. Now take one example. 900 kilometer per hour equal to 90 into 5 by 18. Now do the calculation. So we will get 25 meter per second. Don't forget to write the unit. So similarly, take one another example, 18 kilometer per hour. So it is 18 into 5 by 18. So we will get 5 kilometer per second. Okay. So see one question, under what conditions is the magnitude of average velocity of an object equal to its average speed? Okay, so under what conditions is the magnitude of average velocity of an object equal to its average speed? So the magnitude of average velocity of an object is equal to its average speed only if the object is moving in a straight line. See with an example, you will understand in a better way. So see, the car is moving in a straight line from point A to B, right? So the magnitude of average velocity of an object is equal to its average speed only when the object is moving in a straight line. Now are you clear? Okay, now see the last question of this lecture. A cheetah is the fastest land animal and can achieve a peak velocity of 100 km per hour up to distances less than 500 meter. If a cheetah spots its prey at a distance of 100 meter, what is the minimum time it will take to get its prey if the average velocity attained by it is 90 km per hour? Alright. Question seems to be a bit lengthy, but it is not that difficult to solve. Okay. So we have to find out the average velocity. It is 90 km per hour. So convert it. We will get 25 meter per second. Okay. Also, average velocity equal to displacement by time taken. So cheetah moves in a straight line, displacement is equal to 100 meter, right? So the time taken is equal to 100 by 25. Here 100 means displacement and 25 means time taken. So it is 4 seconds. Okay guys, so this is all about lesson number 2. Now if you want to do our live classes, then you can download our app Nakhyatra from the link given in the description box. There you can also watch the recorded classes, and to clear your doubts you can interact with me directly. Moreover, you can also test yourself by giving online test. So guys, thank you.